Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 here in the WellPlay Invitational by Vital Bets, best of 3 between Kaipi and the Danish Bears in the upper bracket. And Kaipi looking strong as ever, as you would expect here with their little bit new and improved roster, picking up Zai, coming back from the dead, or from the student's life, I suppose. And yeah, looking good. Pretty solid, interesting strategy here in game number 1. But now, game number 2, Danish Bears, they have the chance to come back. My name is Dragon Drop, happy to be here. I'm also happy to be still joined by the one and only Mob Packs. How's it going?
It's good. We're going to be getting ourselves a Darkseer this time. So, already starting off to something a little bit different here. Another classic hero for the Danish Bears, and something they have still been running recently, despite the departure there of Pink Check. And oh, I should mention I was confirmed. Someone it looks like David Knight is a permanent member of the new squad, so very exciting for him. Happy to have him back into a full-on squad and see how he can start building up different hero pools. We'll see if some of those more unique things of his come out. Maybe his Invoker, I believe, is one of the bigger ones for him in the past, and then of course that Broodmother we talked about earlier. The Tinker was a new one for me. First time I'd actually seen him play that. So they definitely have the weapons. They just got to find how they're going to be using those up against KP.
Yeah, especially in this game, it's a bit of a clear opener here, clear statement for Kaipi, right? I mean, we're going to run at you, and you're not going to kill us. Between a lifestealer who can be very hard to deal with if he gets a good amount of lane farm, and the Oracle to just stabilize him, keep him safe, and maybe just round that out with something like a Death Prophet for the mid lane to also really benefit from the Oracle's false promise, able to get that extra damage out guaranteed. So Danish Bears, they have the Darkseer up against the Lifesteal now with the Spirit Breaker. That's an interesting solution, but I think I've seen it before. And technically it can be quite good up against Lifestealer, right? Because it's one of these heroes that can actually control him in infuriatingly long amounts through the rage.
Yeah, it's true. You do get a lot of stuns up through that. And of course, the classic Iron Shell Spirit Breaker going to be coming in there. So Oracle, I mean, as long as they keep their distance from one another, he won't be able to remove both of the Iron Shells. But one thing they've basically guaranteed here is that they can use a single support now from KP to zone out the Darkseer, which is huge. That means that if Danish Bears aren't going to commit the Spirit Breaker up top, it leaves a lot more room open towards some sort of a dire side jungler and more greed. I mean, we saw how efficient they are. I don't see why this team would not run a jungler, considering how well they seem to be working with that. And in fact, it was a Lifestealer opener. Lifestealer Oracle were the two heroes that they last played up against Fantastic Five, and it was in this tournament as well for the WellPlay Invitational. They went with the Darkseer, and it was actually the Ricky that game. So maybe, despite taking the win on that one, I guess they're going to mix it up a little bit here and still go back towards that Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, the Ricky is kind of warmed up to him a little bit. But I still think there's a bit of a discount bounty hunt in what he does in the early game.
That's the thing that's kind of odd, though, is that, like, with Bounty Hunter and, well, I would still say Ricky, too, being just as fantastic as he is lately, it's interesting they went for the Spirit Breaker still. Yeah, exactly. I guess they just really do value that stun through the rage.
Yeah. I mean, it is pretty damn good, right? You don't just get the bash stun, which is like 1.6 seconds, I believe, or something. Technically. You also get the knockback, which is another 0.5 seconds. Yeah, and
then you're 17%, you know.
Exactly.
Give him one more for luck.
Greater bash there. 1.6 seconds stun duration at max level and a 0.5 second knockback. Makes it 2 point something seconds. You're gonna have the charge, you're gonna have that more or less guaranteed bash after a couple of swings. If you manipulate the RNG, then you're gonna have the ultimate as well. So that adds up to like more than 6 seconds of stun. Right? And then the 70%, right? And a Lifestealer, as good of a hero as he is these days, especially with the armlet buffs and all of that jazz, he's still a hero that relies heavily on his rage to be able to do something in a fight, because without it, he's so vulnerable.
I wonder what they'll go back for now to help out their Lifestealer. I really do think it'll be some sort of a jungler, but the Beastmaster is gone. The Doom's still in, but he's kind of fallen off lately.
I actually wouldn't hate the disruptor. I mean, it's not gonna be that jungler. It's maybe gonna be leaving them a bit thin on the support side when it comes to like stun lockdown. So just a little bit of silence, but I think could be good up against Spirit Breaker, up against Darkseer, just to try and deal with that mobility and aggression.
Yeah, I was thinking that Enigma Bandit too. That would have been such a good hero.
Yeah.
Tough. Puck mobility. Maybe we'll end up with that Nature's Prophet. I do feel like that's one of the best combos when it comes to Puck. And of course, we've already seen KP run it once before. That they topped off with the global presence of the AA. So that would be a little bit interesting if they wanted to add that. But
Danish Bears, all guns facing forward here. It looks more and more like it. The lycanthrope. Huh. This is...
Well, that makes Doom worse. Not exactly. That's like two heroes right away, Spearbreaker and Lycan, that you don't particularly want to Doom.
What?
Okay, here we go. Nice. All right, that is like a 4-role hero that you don't really see too often, but I mean, Zai, I think, could run it in the offlane, but I think it'll be the 4-role. I think that makes a lot of sense here. Someone who could be a little bit greedier, someone who can interrupt the charge coming out, someone with some decent lockdown and AoE to capitalize on top of the Dream Coil. So if they wanted to ditch the Nature's Prophet and not go for it 5th, then I could see the offlane Sand King working, but I'd actually prefer the greedier route.
I mean, I have not seen a Sand King played in competitive for a long, long time. I think the last time was like months, almost years ago. It was like up against the melee mid, like a DK, like the Sand King with the kind of wacky build.
We saw it a couple times lately when a lot of the offlaners were banned out. Some teams were just seeing it and being like, all right, I guess we're going to have to go for it. I almost want to say No Diggity ran it once as well, but the offlane's still working out. I mean, Yoku, of course, one of the bigger pioneers of that, but the Disruptor now picked up for themselves on Danish Bears, decent up against the Puck. It's not really that great against Sand King. They don't really have anyone that's actually going to stop his Blinken if they don't have that initial vision from the Spirit Breaker. So, be it Come With Me or Zai, who are going to be on that hero, could have themselves a very, very good game with Sand King.
5 seconds remaining.
Some great vehicles as well for the Lifestealer already through the Puck and Sand King.
Yep.
Radiant team ban.
This already has the makings of a really aggressive game. I mean, Spirit Breaker, Lycan, these kind of heroes, you kind of have to pick up the pace, right? I mean, Lycan is not a hero that really wants to go later and later into the game, not up against a Lifestealer. They're both strengths heroes, they're both single target focused, but I think Lifestealer just scales a little bit better overall when it comes to just straight up physical damage that you can do.
I wonder what they'll end up with for Danish Bears, talking about so much what I think KP will go for, but they're actually going to ban the Timber themselves. I thought maybe that might be an option for them. I know they used to run it mid, would have been some nice AoE to work with the Darkseer. Maybe like a Viper for the, like you already have the mech from the Darkseer, which kind of helps because then the Viper can go more into like that Dragonlance kind of a build. He could be that nice kind of aggressive pusher, similar to how the DK would have worked out. Obviously, it's going to win the matchup versus the Puck. It would have a lot of advantages for them right now, but it would put them on the timer. But I kind of feel like that's the way they want to play anyway.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't hate the Viper.
So many of the ideal heroes are just banned out. Like Invoker or Ember would both be so fantastic right now, but of course, being removed here already.
Could you go back to just the Alchemist here? I mean, I know there's no Penguin check, but
I would agree with that. Even the actually, I don't really like the Brood. Okay,
is the mid Lycan?
Something we've seen before. It would do okay versus the Puck. Generally, anything with like summons is okay because you get, it's like the Time Walk with Faceless Void, right? You want that damage kind of over time, sort of a deal where the phase shift can't cancel it out. And that is something that summons will provide. Puck would have a somewhat decent time nuking them down early. You get that magic resistance on top of the wolves too, so they can be very hard for him to bring down.
Reserve time.
Or did that get removed? Oh yeah, they don't have that anymore. Either way, they're still pretty tanky.
Yeah. It's gonna need to level them up for a while, otherwise it might just be in like level 2, level 3. Also when they get that invis, that you, yeah. Level 3 is when they get invis, level 4 when they have invis in the health point region, so want to at least get the invis so we can make sure that the puck doesn't necessarily burst them down and tracks them down for easy CS. But outside of that, yeah, it's unconventional for sure. And Kaipi definitely taking the time to think about it now. I mean, this is a very heavily momentum-based lineup, right? Is there any way for them to scale past the mid game here up against what Kaipi has already?
Sorry, I'm still trying to double check this magic thing.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't see it listed anywhere, but if I recall, it was 50, it got boosted to 80, but now I actually don't see it listed anywhere. So I'm just going to assume they still have 80% magic resistance, which is still pretty mad against Sing Sing and the puck. But anyway, it's the Tusk. It is the Zai Tusk. This is exciting. I mean, this is a hero that does not really party in the offlane all too often anymore. So going to be able to offer some early aggression, just another vehicle for the Lifestealer. Hell, everybody else can hop on in this guy, right? I mean, it's not just Lifestealer, it's a party. The party bus come with a clown car. Zai Dota. It's an interesting save mechanic up against the Axe, too.
Yeah. This is certainly a lineup that from both sides really, that I have not seen ever, maybe? Not ever, but in a long time anyway. You see all of these heroes individually picked up here, maybe Sand King even as well, but
5 seconds.
this configuration, these kind of picks on both sides, I really don't quite know what to expect. I do know that Danish Bears, as we said, kind of want to try and end the game as early as they can, by like the 30-35 minute mark. But Kaipi, well, I think that if they can hold on, if they can defend the high ground, then they should probably have the edge in the later parts of the game. That being said, it's not a given. It's not like a default win anyway for either team really. Just I don't know. I once again I don't quite know what to expect. But hey, that's what makes it exciting. If you guys are just tuning in, well, this is indeed the WellPlay Invitational by Vital Bet, game number 2 between Danish Bears and Kaipi. Here and the upper bracket finals. The loser of this series will drop down to the lower bracket. The winner will secure the spot in the grand finals. My name is Dragon Drop. I'm joined by Marpax. And these are our teams. Let's start on Radiant's side with Noya on that Spur Breaker. Looking to roam around. Already has the Orb of Venom. Hester Joe on that offlane Darkseer. Might be grouping up there together. Baby Knights indeed on that middle lane Lycanthrope. That's going to be Rise and Disruptor. And Ace rounding out the lineup on the Axe 1 position.
Alright, well, side of Kaipi here. Gonna have some early wards. We are gonna be heaven. Come with me on the Oracle, Bone 7. Moving over onto something a little bit more traditional on that Lifestealer. Sing Sing gonna be mid on his Puck, Sex Bambo on that 4-roll Sand King. Getting as much farm as he can early on. See how his rotation. Is that a. Yo, he's rocking that Windlace. He's looking to get active. And then the offlane will be Zai on that Tusk. So Bambo's trying to go for a courier snipe here.
No, I might just scout him out there if he walks up that high ground.
Run, Bambo.
Going to.
Not
quite able to hide, yeah. So gonna have to keep their eyes out. Baby Knight's not gonna have a bottle for a long time anyway. Yeah. Okay, so bottom offlane Tusk. And that's a single offlane. You're up against a Disruptor who's fairly decent here, just with the Thunder Strike. You also have the Axe, or the first point up into the Battle Hunger to deal with. Is that something that... is this a lane where Zai can actually get anything? Is my question.
Not particularly. He's basically just looking for levels, and I guess with this Windlace and everything, maybe Bambo's gonna be hoping to come in somewhat early, but he actually... Oh wow, that was weird. The Sandstorm icon was like there and then it disappeared. I don't know if that means he was like looking at leveling it up or something. That was kind of odd. But anyway, we'll see if Bambo like ends up just getting the stacks going for now. What sort of farm that he can end up getting, because obviously not really an Iron Talon hero here for Zai. I feel like some sort of rotation has to happen.
Just taking so much damage. He was in full health after Self. Now, just a combo with a couple of right clicks there from Rise, brought him down to 200 health points. He's
also, early Battle Hunger. That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. That plus a Thunder Strike. You have no defense against this. Sure, you can Snowball, so I'm gonna delay some of that damage, and it would require you to have Snowball. He actually opted for the Ice Shards first. So that not quite working out. Sand King obviously with a slow start in general. He's starting to stack up, as you said. Preparing for later, but you still need that level 2 Sandstorm. Actually, no, since they changed it, you can actually do it at level 1 now, I suppose. Because of the duration change, but it's still gonna take you a good long while.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have to bring Zai like to the camps, honestly. Like, he'll probably pick a leech experience or something, because that offlane is just brutal. I really like that Battle Hunger. I haven't seen that leveled up early in quite a while, but just calling it out with the Thunder Strike, Zai's just like, nope. Nothing happening here.
Come with me. Neuer's still on level 1, so no badge available, unfortunately. Opted for a charge first, so he has to lose some XP himself. But him and Darkseer.
Look at Zai. Like, he's smoked up, and he's the leech level 2, so they can try like some sort of a snowball ice shard play.
There's the Ice Shard. Hoping to catch Baby Knight just in that small little nook there up on the high ground. Able to really do so. But yeah, Neuer's level 2 as well now. Doesn't have actually a lot of health points to play with. He'd need to get himself an extra set of tangos or something. But come with me, he's playing with fire constantly here, this entire lane. And now, okay, they actually get the first blood here. Rotation in from Sexy Bamboo as well. I was not ready for that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they get that without even having to use the Burrow Strike, but just nice little catch out there with the Ice Shards, so well played by Zai, making sure he gets that follow-up Snowball. And now that brings the Disruptor mid, he can head bottom and suddenly things open up. Top lane has to Joe just stall for a moment here.
Oh, he's being slowed down actually by 1-7, does not have a surge. And yeah, that's gonna be another death actually.
Wow, I did not realize he was out of mana. Typically you just wait for that open wounds, and you're just like, yep, later.
Not this time. Kind of Lawyer also forced to kind of deny himself. He was running low on health points, couldn't really do too much anyway at that point. So
bottom lane, Zai. Solo 3.
It's more than I thought you
have
would
to
do for
glitch
long.
back into call though.
Oh, yeah.
Not too far though.
They get the kinetic field, Snowball comes out, they keep themselves in. No, actually not Ace. Sense on the outside, still gets a call off though. No harm, no foul, I suppose. Need to get a couple of extra spins, and there it is, with the creep wave coming in.
Feel the axe of axe.
It's not even just bad RNG, it's just a given. Something that's going to happen every single time.
I like what Come With Me's done here. He's actually ferried in a Bango, which is not something you'd really expect on someone like an Oracle, but just early on, he doesn't really have the gold getting any sort of like sustainable mana going right now, and when you actually look at the cost of going into that Fortune's End, you can only cast it 3 times right now.
Yep.
As an Oracle, so he knows the levels are starting to stack up on Noya, and as well over onto our Darkseer, so has the joke going to be able to throw out these level 2 Ion Shells, and just needs to make sure that he can dispel at least one of them as they go for the core. But great leeching here by Noya, slowing down Bambo as much as he can.
Yep. So getting close to the zone level 3 here, so extra levels for Spirit Break is something that can be hard to come by. This is the same kind of boat as the Bounty Hunter or the Riki, and when you play him as the kind of sort of roamer. You don't get the kills, and even if you do get the kills, sometimes you can just not find the levels. In this day and age, it's kind of buffered a little bit by the Tome of Knowledge, so you can still get your level 6 at some point without having to really worry. So it enables you to play a little bit more aggressively early and try to look for more opportunities. So far, it's just been meandering about though. It's an easy lane for him to actually just charge into.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of scary right now because Bambo's just been playing so much off the map that you're never quite sure where he is. Some decent leeching coming out, but you don't actually have any radiant visions. You don't really know if he's like lurking high ground. He's lurking here. Could just TP bot or something too. So I think Noy's having a hard time trying to get the ball like totally rolling here on the Spear Picker. Surprising that he's got no kills or assists.
Well, they don't have the vision here, but they do get the charge through here. And Sexy Bambo will be revealed now. The ultimate from Baby Knight. Here's Noya actually gets stunned up. Come with me as well. And now Nuke some Sing Sing. And the coil to just keep Sexy Bambo alive too. Baby Knight, well, that'll not protect you from the... Oh, actually... Okay, yeah, this Darkseid has to deal with rotation. Securing that kill. Same time in the bottom lane, Tusk actually ends up falling under his tier 2. So... slowly starting to turn into the brawl that we were expecting. Now,
Yeah,
look at that. Charge comes through, Sing Sing here, so try to get aggressive once again. He misses the nuke though. Whoa, he goes right into! He goes right into the orb and will get bashed up twice! Once with a charge and once with a normal bash here. Nice little snowball save here, giving it a little bit of time to get an extra orb off down to the low ground. Poison not gonna be enough to take him out now. Turn it around to Baby Knight. That's liking going down after all. Another charge from Neuer here. Not quite connecting thanks to that stupid little phase shift. Now Neuer, well, looks like he will be able to make it out alive for the time being, but that was so close to being such a big mistake for Kaipi there. Thinks he going in right into the charge. Into the double bash. He was on the snowball really. That bought him enough time for the cooldown to come back back online. On the orb.
That was terrifying.
Oh, man.
I thought he was going down for sure. But somehow managing to survive there. Look at Bambo, he's stacking the enemy jungler. What a player. Look, he's gonna fall. Oh, thanks, Disruptor. Oh, thanks, man. I'll be farming this up. This will be great, dude.
They have to defend this. They have to recognize
this guy. Actually ridiculous.
Oh, God.
This is ludicrous. I can't believe this right now. Just some Bambo Dota. I look totally none the wiser. Rise just like guarding his mid. He's like, where's that Sand King? You know, he's gonna be rolling him that Tusk any second now. They're gonna TP mid. Bambo's just chilling here. Level up 6 now. Oh, medium camp. They have dust. They have no detection, but they can do the charge through.
Epicenter being cancelled. So Sexy Bambo's not gonna get the damage off. Yeah, he'll be punished now eventually. There we go, one more swipe, stick charges. There we go, give it to Neuer. A little bit too daft, but yeah, I feel like every time we cast together, it's one of these plays somewhere in the series as well.
I mean, it's just a Bambo Dota right there.
Yeah.
This is what you get. This is, Bambo.
Top lane has to Joe, he'll be purged off. Slow will run out, there's a charge coming through on Bone 7. Axia will not quite fall, body block even coming through, and now Ace with a call, he's showing off his blink tag. Bambo, Bone 7. He will end up falling, no Bambo in this particular fight. Here, Come With Me will be slowed down by the Battle Hunger. Another TP comes through, they really want to chase this here. They get the vision for the glimpse into 4 heroes, and yes. The answer is yes indeed. The TP will be cancelled. With DB showing up in force up in this top lane. Getting the lifestealer there. Actually quite crucial here. Look at the network distribution at the end of that. Axe sitting at 5.2k, Gold 7 only at 3.8.
Yeah, this is actually saying, a nice net worth lead before the 10-minute mark. Danish Bear is actually getting a little bit more efficient here, it seems, right? Also, Phase Boots Axe.
Oh.
Interesting thing to pull out, but when you look at the lineup of KP here, and you're talking about like Sand King, and you're looking at the Tusk, and you're looking at the Lifestealer, it's pretty fantastic. Just getting on top of those heroes post-blink, and maybe he's going to be messing around with that Sandstorm, and making sure you get off some Ideal and Prime Berserker's calls, and trying to negate some of the slows that are coming out here from our Lifestealers. So, I like it, and I just want to keep this aggression up, to keep on fighting. Nice ward here. Just making sure they keep an eye on all these heroes from DB once this lane actually pushes out here. But, like, what are they doing? Why aren't you, kill this wave? Why are we... you have 2 heroes standing next to a lane. I don't understand what the point of this is right now. They clearly saw what Ace was doing.
Baby Knight farming up that camp here. Sexy Bambo, Come With Me, sitting on the high ground, just setting up for the stun. No epicenter, but there's Sing Sing coming in with an extra set of nukes. And there's no trade here. There's not the real big pressure coming out on the top lane, as you were mentioning. Instead, Ace just goes back to farming bot. Now the rotation is still coming through. Rise will also be caught with another stun. Charge comes through, but it's all the way from mid lane. It's not going to connect, but Ace roaming in looks scary enough. We'll be able to turn it around. Sexy Bambo pops the epicenter though with another stun onto 2. Sing Sing his head as well with the max from magic nukes, dropping the coil. That's two very tanky targets. Very tanky heroes going down after all. And Come With Me is looking for more. He's looking for the Purified Flames of the Rise. But Hasty Joe also being down here. Making that a little bit harder than it maybe could have been.
I feel like DB like hit the stride that they were looking at, and they had the items that they needed, and they were ready to start doing this like group up play thing, and they just kind of lost it. I mean, they get a little bit disoriented. They're split apart. They're going for kind of solo pickoffs in their own jungle, and solid rotations from.
Look, it's so
Is he dead? What?
Double Iron Shell
Alright.
in this wolves. What the hell?
All right.
That is just.
Adamant mana, nothing you can do.
It's gotta be frustrating too. He didn't have mana for an orb even. Oh my god. Now, X with his own Iron Shell, they might actually be able. No, okay, Bone 70 being out already. Ward spotted him out, going for the camp, but. Going back to mid lane here to join his friends, and maybe turn it into a tower push eventually with the next creep here. The rotation still comes through though. He's looking all the way still towards the mid lane, but now smoke up from Kaipi, Zai with the Lifestealer infested inside of him. Looking for a gank of their own. It's only Neuer down here in the bottom lane. Spirit Breaker with his level 6. But yeah, looks like DB knows that something's up.
Well, they've also got the vision from KP2, like spotting out what's going on here, so they know that they're alone. They're gonna be willing to dive this tower.
Yeah, not quite fine.
Neuer?
What? Alright, I gotta have to remember this one. They're
bam,
finally finding him now. Oh yeah, trying to charge out, that'll be stopped by the coil. Damn. Outside of that, it's gonna be a 1-4 tower trade, but it looks of it. The rest of DB in the middle lane. Alright, so Modpacks, where do you stand right now? In terms of timings from both teams? What are they looking at here to keep this
I
going?
feel like this game's probably gonna turn into like 9 kills for DB and 20 for Kaipi right now.
Well, that's
We'll
the
see.
9th one. Coming out with a dunked. Goes through the false promise, in case you didn't know. So now Sing Sing comes in, has the Veil ready here. Ultimate comes out, that will be cancelled. Thanks
Oh,
for
here we
once
go,
again. There's
Veil.
Epicenter though! Oh, 3 heroes with the stun, there's no one to follow! Static Storm, gonna be able to actually turn around here. Oh, Daze almost misses dunk, gets it off though, will be chopped away at by Bone 7. But meanwhile, Tanking will die in the backlines here. The charge comes through once again, controlling up Bone 7. The Lifestealer dying to the Spirit Breaker, and now it's only the Puck in the backlines. Baby Knight on the back of him with the Iron Shell plus his right click sticking away. It's gonna be a full 5-man wipe, but they only lose their axe. I guess
Alright, nice.
you
Mechanism,
were-
good item.
you were left. Just saying.
I was very left. So my concern was that with that Blink Dagger coming out, we'd be seeing the smoke plays once again from KP. They would be able to counter up this sort of aggression in the mid lane, but instead of getting a play like that, what ends up happening is that we lose Come With Me right away, and they go for the advantageous like fight mid, where they're like, oh, they're not going to be all grouped up. We can take them. We can outnumber them by bringing in the 4 other heroes. But DB were just totally ready. I mean, they were fully set up there. You got your Darkseer all prepped.
They still got hits with a 3-man Burrow Strike Epicenter. It's just sometimes hard to understand how this is happening, but now another charge comes up in the top lane here. Neuer with a bash, no ultimate just yet, but the kinetic field keeps on 7 in for a little while, and enough for Ace to get the call out. That's another dunk, not gonna even get it off. Now Zion Sing Sing then a little bit of trouble himself, gets a complete combo off, but no damage to follow up. But at least it'll keep him alive, and the charge with the call still going means that Neuer will not complete that, but the glimpse is there anyway. Come with me to the Nether Realm, or whatever the hell is called in the Dota world. I have no idea.
Oh, they know Zai's here too. They're
Zai's.
going for him.
He chases him down. He should be able to bring him down. Nice little snowball to the guy and fall back, but then he locks
was
himself
just
in.
dead.
It's just panic plays perhaps coming out from Zai, and that's a dunk. Triple kill for Ace.
Sing Sing bashed up. Nice bait, nice burrow. Interrupting that.
Oh, charge comes still through, but now Neuer's the one dropping low. Deny himself to the tower if he can, but now there it is. Another Blink Burrow Strike. He's going in a little bit too deep, I suppose.
So the problem is, like with that big fight mid and everything like that, Bambos was only level 9. In fact, he's only level 9.5. So without that second point in the epicenter, and you are losing out on quite a bit of our damage overall here, right? Those last 2 pulses, pretty solid hero. But I don't know, DB just now they're actually getting that group up. This is what I feel like they could have been doing a little bit earlier, and they missed that that initial burst of like momentum that they could have had, but they're finding it now. And KP, they are just not synced up, right? You're seeing kind of like one by one at a time. They're going for the smoke gank now. Like this is that play that we were expecting.
And there it is. Find Baby Knight here, but Neuer's there. Gets silenced up though. Chargement tree connecting on too many now. Might just, yeah, he'll give his own life for the cause as well. They, DB kind of lack complete vision on their own side of the map. I mean, this was a smoke gank, but still. Would maybe help just knowing where Kaipi isn't. Maybe you can kind of heighten your game sense when it comes to like, alright, they're probably smoking around. Try and get me.
On the other side, some decent vision coming out from the dire side. Right there, and in here, nice little fresh one. So help them open up, maybe try and take down this last tower. At least they can farm up the dire side jungle. We know Bambos, certainly not afraid of that, but gonna be able to open up this Roshan. They don't have the best heroes to get it though, so that might not actually be a concern for the side of KP for quite a long while. And you're seeing this Armlet Oblivion staff build coming out here, or Armlet Echo Saber rather here for Bone 7. Kind of the new standard. It's actually all finished up here once Courier grabs it.
I feel like it's not the best timing that we've ever seen by Steelers these days. It's probably due to all this suppression here that he's been subjected to, and the Spirit Breaker really working out against Bone 7. We saw
not having a chance to really snowball.
Yeah.
Not taking those good fights that you like to have from a Lifestealer when you're hitting that peak moments with the armlet and everything. And now that Blade Mail done up here for Ace. So Vanguard Blink Blade Mail looking pretty scary. And Baby Knight, he's only into the level 1 Necro, having the fully finished up Vlad's. I don't think he is the second recipe. No, he doesn't. So he's not really offering a crazy amount of damage. And it's still going to come down to like this Iron Shell. And just the bashes and everything coming out from Noya.
Yep.
Let's try and top off Ace.
Yeah. There's still some time. I mean, it's only 19 minutes in. Axe with this amount of farm is still going to be effective for quite a while. Same for the Spirit Breaker already. Yeah, you were talking about the Iron Shell, amplifying that up a little bit. Okay, there it is. Nice little stun to rise, but they charge straight through to come with me. Taking out the Oracle immediately here. And will lose the Disruptor. You have to pop down Static Storm, but now the control into Bone 7 here. He pops into a creep. Now tries to turn it around, just tries to run away here by the looks of it. Zai providing the extra cover with the eye shots now. Water's punch onto Joe. Can they turn it around? Ace definitely looking for it. Come with me with a buyback. Looks like a dieback here immediately. And now, a couple of spins. Ace starting to drop low. Vacuum back on the Zai. It's Bone 7 once again. Does not quite have the damage to keep going. As the rest of his team is just dropping one by one. And the backlines at Ace. He just keeps going. Finds Zai in the front lines. There's another dunk. Mega kill streak for the big angry red guy. It's a technical term, ladies and gentlemen, and this is also gonna be the tier 2 going down.
So I guess our next game will once again be determined by who drafts more offlaners. Is that the strategy? Is that how this best of 3 is just gonna go? Because Danish Bears, like this is 3 for them. I mean, I'm not gonna give KP the puck. I know technically we've seen it, but I'm not giving it to them. So
it's a mid that can be an offlaner, but it's not an offlaner that can be mid. Does that make sense? Or it can be in another position. It's his primary role. It's not offlane.
I mean, this is exactly what we were comparing the Batrider to last game. This is Axe that other teams have been bringing out in the safe lane too. So Ace just putting it to work, showing that early aggression. He just bought a Blade Mail, and suddenly started to 2100 gold. And I mean, you look at the side of KP, BKB's pretty damn good. I don't think I'd mind seeing that. I don't really see what else you'd really want to go for. I don't think he can afford to go for like that 4 staff utility kind of a build. They just don't have the additional damage to really stack on top and make that worthwhile. So yeah, I'm just feeling BKB.
Yep. That's the Necro 3 that you were talking about. Baby Knight also big winner of that last fight, that last big amount of gold boost. Yeah, it's his damage also kind of through the roof. Kind of works like a little bit like a Beastmaster in the sense that you can buff up your own minions with a Feral Impulse. So the summons from Necronomicon are just hitting much harder on Lycan than they would on any other hero, and the Beastmaster obviously is his equivalent would be the extra attack speed from his inner Beast aura.
You can see they now, nice getting for the Wolves too. Keeping that Sing Sing as to like what rotation he's making, just let them know if anyone's actually coming back to contest this tower. But KP just made a really deep rotation down bottom. Lifestealer infested for a long time. Bone 7 losing out on a lot of gold by not getting that efficient, kind of style that we were praising them for.
Now the charge comes through, looks like it wants to turn into a fight. Sing Sing still is a passenger here, so once again they go straight for the backlines. Come with me, gonna be control up. Meanwhile, the front line here, Ace just keeping them busy here. Is jumping quite low to Bone 7 and Bamboo, and will actually fall, but one cast here. Their wall drops down, Bamboo should fall. Now Bone 7 on the run again, but another charge comes through. And they will just be able to right click him down. Once this, again, that stun duration. 2.1 seconds right now. It's just so hard to deal with for the Lifestealer. 3-for-1 trade here, even though you lose one of the highest farming heroes. They're gonna keep going. All the way to back here. No. Okay. He went into deep once. He's not gonna do it again. Yeah.
Alright, well, there's no mid tower to capitalize on, and so they're trying to push their bot as fast as they can for Hester Joe. But everyone will be back up on the side of KP. They have no epicenter, so one of their bigger cooldowns is going to be down. Everything else will be back up at this point. So we'll see if DB just want to group back up their axe and go for something. I think clearing out this tower is pretty important for them. Talk about KP not really having the best heroes when it comes to the Roshan. The Danish Bears certainly do. Anytime you're rocking this Lycan, it's going to be pretty easy to bring down that big old bad boy. And throwing that on top of, I think even just Ace, like in your Axis game, getting a lot of value out of something like that Blade Mail could be pretty good. Can be a little bit hard on something like your transforming Lycans, right?
Yep. Speaking of Blade Mail, I don't know if you talked about it, but Noya has one too. So all this epicenter damage as well, all this uncontrollable AoE damage from the puck. It's actually somewhat counted out by DB as well. Now they're gonna group up. This is smoking for heroes. They're gonna find a couple here. Sexy Bamboo, the first one they see. Zai actually gets caught with a bash as Bamboo just gets dunked down. Static Storm, maybe a bit of an overextension here. Sing Sing, he has a passenger, but he's dropping so low. Has to kind of get the hell out. Leave Bone 7 left to die here. Now Noya Ace so much it goes through BKB. Even a nice little snowball to try and stop that from happening. But Baby Knight with his ultimate is just gonna be able to run him down. Looks like that's exactly what he wants to do. Is the rest of the team deals with Zai in the backlines, and oh god, Bone 7 even glimpsed back into the fray. And see him down, Zai TPing out, and okay, unable to do so despite Ace kind of misjudging the dunk. Charge comes through again, the Spirit Breaker. Literally creating so much space here on the back of the rest of the team. Yeah, I mean, the train just keeps rolling, man. Look at this net worth graph. Closer to 10k mark now for Danish Bears.
Yeah, Kaipi had to get off to an absolutely amazing start, right? I mean, he drafted an off-lane.
Bamboo, he's going right in. Does have the epicenter, but there's a dust already.
What? I guess he thought it was going to be further down.
Hashtag Bamboo plays. Can we say that at this point? Or?
I mean, that was definitely a Bamboo play.
Oh my god. Yeah, look at this. They don't even help in the Roche pit. Double Iron Shell here on Ace and Noya, and with the deep wards, they see some targets. Come with me. Now Sing Sing is actually one of them charged up. Wouldn't be too surprised to see Noya just, okay, still coming on Sing Sing here. Gets the bash. Ace is there as well, looking for the right target to lock down. But the Scepter will delay it a little bit. They still get the glimpse off. He'll be there. Blinks out, alright. It's just very elusive here. Just settle for the Oracle for the time being. Rise, coming in deeper. Zai's there to try and turn us around. Or at least offer himself up as a sacrifice, but Hester Joe has other plans. Gets back in on the backline. Now Zai is done for as well. Ace with another dunk. In the meantime, Baby Knight just casually wiping away this Roshan off of this map. He is pushing down the bottom lane. Top lane, new creep waves is pushing in. I mean, they've expended quite a bit here in terms of their ultimates with the... actually, never mind. It's only the vacuum wall, really. They have that Static Storm back up again. They want to use that. So
look how rich Ace is too. He's got a BKB if he wants it. He can just purchase that thing right up. Might be considering, can I just buy eggs? Like, I actually feel like he's wondering if they can kill him with Vanguard. Like, they haven't progressed at all. If he had the Aegis, I think he would actually go for the Aghanim Scepter. Because, like, look at these low HP pools on the side of KP. You would just absolutely destroy this team with an eggs. It would be so disgusting. But they drafted offlane Zai Tusk. I mean, yeah, it was a glorious hero. Like, it's one of his big things that he was able to play, but
that's the point,
it just
though.
doesn't
right?
work.
Yeah, he wasn't able to play. He got 0 levels in offlane. He was trying to lead here, trying to help out here and there, but it wasn't enough because DB was doing the same thing really, but much more effectively with the Spirit Breaker, just being able to get a little bit more together with the Darkseer. That's kind of an infamous combo. They were able to get so much more done, and Sing Sing, yeah, just force him out. Blink Call actually on point. Sing Sing. Well, there's a dunk missed again, a bit of a misplay here. Now the Oracle ultimate keeps him alive for the time being. He might still pop at the end. He's trying to dodge some damage, trying to heal up in the meantime, and yeah, he'll barely be able to survive.
Yeah, that's one of those things about the false promise is it does cancel out all that damage, so you can get the blink off still.
Yeah, that too. Oh, Epicenter here coming into Ace. It might actually be able to bring him down first there. Ah, there it is. Now, actually, DB quite a rough spot here with the Epicenter doing a lot of work in backlines too. Poirot's down just like that. Kaipi making a statement that they're still in the game and sorely needed as well.
I'm sure Ace is just sitting in this fight like, alright, who stopped my courier? Because he got that BKB like a minute and a half ago. And anytime you're like diving and fighting a puck right here, I'm sure you want your BKB. So basically throwing away 4,000 gold in that fight, a little bit frustrating. Like, you're just playing without so much of your advantage. I mean, when you think about that, that means he's down below the Sand King, right?
Yep.
Like, in terms of effective items that he's actually holding onto. Well, actually, Bambo's also rocking 2k gold, but...
He got 1,000 from that team fight, though, so...
A little bit of an issue.
Yeah. DB have to be careful not to throw this away, but Bone 7 infest into a creep.
The thing is, even when it comes to like throwing away this lead and everything, so much of the scaling from KP is just magic. I mean, he actually that's pretty nice a little bit. I guess he was just gonna life steal the back up if he ran into him.
Charge still coming through. It will connect before the TP is out. He just dies.
My lord.
Bible Thumb. Oh,
that was close.
That was really close. The surge onto Neuer here. They just maybe try and get a vision for another charge in a couple of seconds, but can't quite as the rest of DB has other plans. Kind of spreading out a little bit. Oh, SJ has to be careful not to get caught out, but he will be stunned up. Sing Sing with the Suns follow up. Baby Knight pops the BKB, tries to fight to see a charge through from Neuer. They will get come with me at the very least. Make that a 1-for-1 trade, and now Zai, Bambo can actually make them lay out of here with the Sigil slowing them down after the BKB timed out. Looks like it, especially with the... Okay, Bambo, he just sacrificed himself with that old heals. Oh, nice stun actually. He'll still have to cancel his DB for it. At the very least, he'll make DB spend a little bit more time trying to track him down. The stun available now, can turn it around, there it is. Glimpse back, in a little bit more compromised position. This thing really run rosy here, but they do bring him down at the end.
Oh man, I mean you can see it though, like 10-second BKBs, I mean one used by the Lycan there, and Ace still has his, holding it as they head into that high ground. But what are you gonna do? Like, you're looking at like some sort of a Veil, like Aghanim Scepter game-winning play or something from Bambo, right? And the magic coming out from Sing Sing. It's just not gonna be there. I mean even that Spirit Breaker I'm sure will be picking up BKB next too.
Link Call, come with me, just keeps dying to this. There's a dunk too for the extra buff. Sing Sing in the backlines here looking for something, but just a little bit tired to the party. Now Bone 7 and Zai actually going on to Ace. Gets a BKB off as well. The call out of control is there. Nice little snowball to the latest, but it's still sitting inside the wall. Baby Knight with his ultimate is ready if he wants to use it. Doesn't even have to. Another dunk. And now, yeah, Kaipi just blown all of their spells. All of their damage really. Sing Sing with a coil just to keep himself alive, but the bash is still there from Neuer. Does have another charge here, looking to just solo kill Puck in the back lines if he can. Ace trying to help, but it's not going to be enough. Same time on the front lines here. Bone 7 still looking to jump away. Ace gets a call off for that extra mana, and Neuer he just keeps bashing and bashing. Baby Knight has the freedom to right click whoever he likes. Kaipi is just... it feels like they don't have an answer to this. They just go in one by one trying to do something, but they just keep getting counterplayed.
Yeah, I mean, this draft is just, it's very difficult to be playing in the position that they're in.
God,
Certainly
Bambo.
someone that needed a big lead.
Joke's on you, there's still follow-up. False Promise comes out, plus the mechanism. That should mean that he should still stay safe. But a cute little play nonetheless. And yeah, he's forced back to base for a while. There's still no life steal for another 20 seconds, so should be some ship damage at the very least for tier 3. No coil for another 5 seconds. No epicenter for 60, that's the biggest thing. Bambo. Quite not even getting off the stun as he just get himself back. Vacuum back here in the front lines. Now self-fuels, I guess. Baby Knight though is just chopping away Zai instead. That's a task going down. Meanwhile, in the front lines, what is happening here? Okay, Sing Sing tried to make a play. Didn't quite work. And at this point, they're gonna go for one last play here with a stun into Lifestealer, but Baby Knight's just too tanky. Now Ace just taking over with the call, keeping Bone 7 close. Now into the Glimpse back, unable to rage it out. Another charge through here. Nice little stun from Bamboo, he's trying his best, but just not enough. False Promise. Bone 7, he's gonna have to life steals back to victory. So far, so good. Another vacuum here. It's not coming enough. He's still going to pop. Come with me. Will fall to yet another charge. Last man standing was Bamboo this time around. It's a full 5-minute wipe and a GG is called. DB coming out swinging. Game number 2 and turning this into a full 3-game series.
Yeah, I think this is what we were expecting coming to the series. It definitely at least going to game number 3. So Danish Bears just, you know, although Penguin Check not here, definitely a squad that's been playing a ton of games lately. So you definitely cannot underrate them. I don't think the odds really serve them justice, despite how scary Zyp is. I mean, I'll definitely give him credit where credit's due, but in this game, the math adds up, right? 3 offlaners versus 3 supports. That's what it ends up being. KP, like, they just needed... When that Blink Dagger came out for Bambo, there definitely was the opportunity. If they get the smokes going, they start taking some fights before these BKBs were coming out from DB, you could see how this lineup could work, but they were in a really rough spot just because the Tusk, he didn't have that item for his own. He was just rocking drums at that point. Maybe if he had something to contribute, it could have been a little bit easier, but things had to go a hell of a lot better around that 16 to 25 minute mark, and DB just played solid. Very good team coordination, really good Hestajo play. Honestly, this guy, every single time on Darkseer, I can't praise this guy enough. I feel like he plays fantastic. His mechs are always on point, vacuums walls, item progression as well, going in towards the pipe at the end there. Yeah, just a very solid Darkseer player.
29 assists kind of speaks for himself, for itself. Same for Rise really on Disruptor. Getting the glimpses to get these extra pick-offs and to make it so frustrating for Kaipi also to play against Spirit Breaker as well. And just a really good team effort, I think, as well. Just keeping the aggression going, which is exactly the kind of lineup that they drafted for. But yeah, game number 3 coming up next, and that'll decide who will drop to the lower brackets and who will actually save their ticket for the grand finals. My name is Dragon Drop, I'm joined by Mopax, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere.
you